bullshit. So I just got kicked out of this group, Alabama Indigenous, mostly white people claiming that they're native. So I make the comment Seminole means runaway slave, but I don't, I see don't look like slave descendants. Seminole means runaway slave, but most of those I see don't look like slave descendants. All right, then Connie Brown, right? She says black peoples were not the only people who were slaves, as well all over the world, right? What do you think communist is? Look at the Middle East today. Still, people have to stay and do what their governments tell them, right? So I flip it on her. Democracy and communism seem to have a lot in common. When I was a kid in the 1980s, your schools taught us that men disguised as women in international sports was a cornerstone of Russian communism. Now look at your country. You are a person of British ancestry, correct? You're correct. People either do what their governments tell them to do. Seminole is well known as being black, predominantly split between the two main communities Louisiana Creole, Mississippi and Mound Builder, Gullah-Geechee, Anointed Seminole. The Seminole of Florida was also infiltrated by the British, aka British or Americans, and forced to purge their tribe's register of blacks, the same as your British military intelligence did with the Cherokee and Chickasaw. Je n'ai pas américain, mon pas américain. The Americans only want to maintain their command and control over the indigenous tribes. So you put your spies on tribal membership rolls, pump subversive propaganda through media. Seminole comes from Spanish Cimarrones as a term wandering cow. Wandering cow lately lit, that that was supposed to be that was applied to runaway slaves. The first slaves were the native tribes, majority from the mound villages, aka Mississippi and Mound civilization, the bulk of whom had treaties with Spain and France and were the enemies of the British Americans. Assimilation or psychological warfare works on me, right? And then Connie says, I am Joe whatever the fuck that is. I've never seen that ever, 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 ever. Native to America, also sharecropper. Have to make enough money to pay to share our crops and stay until we were able to pay the landlord back. Sorry, I don't understand, right? And then see this guy, he wants to jump in here. This dude's Seth. So Seth blocked me, right? So Seth Penn, white guy, white supremacist, right? Why is this guy allowed to come and attack enrolled tribal members from tribes of Alabama? See, he's talking in code with that white supremacist, federally recognized tribe bullshit versus Louisiana Creole, right? His profile is filled with racist and false information. Uh, those posts take away from the true purpose of this page, which should be unity to bring the indigenous Alabama together. See this white motherfucking Ku Klux Klan? His posts are always rude and divisive. His tribe has no recognition nor affiliation with the state of Alabama. I'm not discrediting he may have indigenous heritage, but this puts a bad look on this page. Yeah, we're about to put a bad look and post this on the internet for everybody to see and adds nothing positive for it. For what it's worth, I'd like to see his posts restricted. I'm not even going to ask for him to be removed. Just put a stop to the misinformation garbage that is being spread on here almost daily. Our tribes have enough to deal with without being attacked by fellow indigenous peoples on the internet. He can believe whatever he wants, but I don't feel he is a true representative of Alabama's indigenous population. If I am wrong, please tell me, but I do not believe I am the only one who feels this way. It's extremely disrespectful to those who are enrolled tribal members. This guy's got to be some Ku Klux Klan Porch Creek. Look, my response: I do not want to be recognized by my enemies. I do not assimilate into my enemies' ranks. Seems like you're the only one making attacks. Penn, another British surname. Last time I checked, Louisiana Creole was one of the largest indigenous groups in Alabama, a branch of Louisiana Creole. You have a problem with the facts I pointed out. Seems like British Americans really like to keep command and control over my people and our history. This guy is going to try to get me bounced out of the group for stating facts about my tribal ancestors. The white man gave some form of tribal ID card to maintain white supremacy and spy on various tribes. Be mad all you want. Tribal map marking Florida as Louisiana Creole Tribes Tribal Trust. Reservation from United States Postal Museum from the era of Queen Anne's War, 1600s. I love how you're supporting deprivation of rights under color of law, 18 United States Code 242 and 18 United States Code Section 1019, but it was supposed to be 1091. Genocide against tribes with no federal recognition based on hostile foreign non-indigenous government systems. Who are you and why do you feel so attacked? No one was even addressing you. What tribe are you even from? You know? So my map's not coming up because they blocked it, right? But this was from the museum. And then see this girl, Valerie Adams, who also blocked me, right? So we're going to make Valerie, Seth Penn, and Connie Brown, white supremacist, famous, right? So Huma tribe related to Louisiana Creole and Muskogee tribes. You could go on Wikipedia and see this right here, right? Hold on, hold up. All you non-Louisiana Creole culture vulture, all tribes, you basically, they steal in our history. Sorry, I don't read out loud very much. Then you turn around and discriminate against us. Y'all always read this and read that, but exclude Louisiana Creoles from the conversation. Huma, dark red, dark skin, brave in warfare, term popularized by the French, then the Americans translated it into English as Americans or as a racial slur. However, any of you who discuss this topic with the word redskin omit these facts, the root word, and its origin. The smart ones do not want to be under any foreign legal, military, political jurisdiction. Be mad all you want. The Seminole tribe is a part of the dominant language group. Oh, that's Muskogean, right? And see, it won't come up now because they blocked me. And then the Bureau of Indian Affairs. So that yellow word right there, it says Seminole, but you can't see it because it's not letting me zoom in. So this is from United Home Nation right there. Same thing. So white girl basically comes in and validates, the nonsense. And then this is what she said, and then she banned me because you see my comments aren't going through. What we are trying to curate here is an inclusive environment to come to understanding about our collective history. That's bullshit because they want white supremacy in there. The rules are clear about not attacking, provoking others, disrespecting. I reached out to you personally to ask for an apology to other members, and instead you continue. This is not your first time. Yeah, so fuck Valerie. You fucking white ass fake natives, you know what I mean? Basically they're on some white supremacist shit, you know. I give a